Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for you, my friend. It is for June of 2024. We're going to do an overview of June for you. How are you, Aries? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Aries, if you are somebody who is always here in the comments, subscribing, sharing, all of the things, the way that you love me on this channel is really amazing. Thank you for your thumbs up and the way that you've been watching the videos. I do appreciate you so much. And if you are someone who is brand new and you just arrived, I hope that you will be in the comments. I like to be in the comments. Some of us do. And if you want to subscribe, that subscription button is just over there, is where it always was. And maybe you might want to hit the bell button to find out when I'm reading for the fire signs during the week. And usually that is a Wednesday. So maybe just press the button and you'll know when the next uploads are coming. So we're going to take a look with this deck here. We're going to look at the overall theme, and then we're going to throw a few more cards with tarot. We're going to clarify with tarot. But first we're going to figure out what's going on with the oracles. Let's take a look here. This oracle deck is a Sacred Destiny oracle deck. Let's find out what the overall energy is for the month for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Aries, please. Coming up for Aries for the month of June, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's coming up for the month of June, Aries? Community. Okay. I want to say that there's a change in community. So, and I'm saying that because we do have butterflies, and that is transformation, right? We do have a rainbow, which tells me that we have many different kinds of people and, of all colors of the rainbow. I want to say that you are somebody who is about to either engage with or move to a different community. And it's going to be made up of all sorts of different kinds of people, that this is something that's changing in your life. It's a transformative time or a moment where maybe you are moving away from or moving towards some sort of a community. We'll talk a little bit more about that. We have success. Wherever you're going, it's going to be fine. You are going forward. So it does feel like you're about to go on a voyage. For some of you, you are leaving where you live currently, or you're planning on it, selling your home or your house and going to a completely different community, which can mean a different province, a different state, a different country, right? It's something that you have never engaged in before. I feel like it's a community of colors, of all kinds of colors. So let's find out what the mood is, the overall energy or the mood for the month is for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I am going to read for love at the end of this read. I will pull out one of these love cards here, and then we'll clarify a little bit for those of you who are interested in learning about love, because that is not necessarily my intention for the overall monthly energies. Tell me about Aries, please. What is the mood or the energies for this month for Aries, please? We have patience. Okay, well, the P word, it's not necessarily in your vocabulary. I'm just saying. And of course, it always depends on what's in your moon and your rising. You might be somebody who has fire, but you also might have like a rising energy of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, one of the more patient signs, I feel. We do have patience, and it does say, I accept that everything happens in divine order. So I want to say that maybe some of you are trying to sell the house and it's not selling, or that maybe you are somebody who wants to go to a new community, but you can't do it quite yet. Maybe it's a money thing. We'll clarify and find out what's going on. But the patience here, it says, I accept everything that happens in divine order. I want to say, cool your jets, Aries. Everything is going to happen as it should, and you will know, the universe will notify you of when things are about to change. This is self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So I want to say use your intuition, because it says you do possess gifts of the soul. So I want to say use your intuition, listen to the self, try not to make any quick or rapid movements. I feel like maybe you have a patient community. Maybe you're not moving anywhere for some of you, but maybe you've decided that you're changing communities to a community that's far more patient in order to learn patience, possibly, if you have a hard time with that. And not everybody will. Like I said, it is always about what is in your moon and your rising energy, right? All right. Let's find out what else is coming up here. So the next card I'm going to throw is about some sort of a big decision that you have to make this month. Tell me about the big decision that Aries is going to be faced with this month. Tell me about decisions. Decisions for Aries for this month, please. it could be money. It could be something to do in your pentacle world. It could be your home. And again, it could be the theme of moving, right? For some of you, it could be that you're selling a home or buying a home. But the Ace of Pentacles, when we put down the Ace of Pentacles and it comes up in a place where you're going to be making decisions, they're decisions that are going to change your life, because that's what the Ace of Pentacles is about. The Ace of Pentacles is abundance, right? It's a big, large amount of something that's being dumped on you that is beneficial, something that is going to grow. So it feels like with this Ace of Pentacles that it's telling me that possibly there is changes to your home, like maybe you're selling or buying a home, maybe selling or buying a car. It feels like a big purchase here, but it also feels like a decision needs to be made about where to go next or where to plant this pentacle. What is your abundance going to be? Tell me what needs the most focus. What are you most focused on nurturing this month? Here, Aries, what are you most focused on nurturing this month? We have the Fool. Okay, so it is a new beginning. It does really all point to something that's brand new. You're investing somewhere new, or you're investing in something, or something in your pentacle world. Could be a job, right? Pentacle world is 3D stuff, right? Your job, your house, your children, your car, that kind of thing. But it feels like you are about to embark on some sort of a new chapter here. So again, community, right? You might be either, if you're not moving from your state, your town, your city, or your country, I feel like for some of you, you might be moving communities. Like maybe you've decided that you no longer are going to be talking with that community because they're not diverse enough, and maybe they just, maybe they aren't open-minded enough, and they don't allow for the possibilities of things, even if they don't agree with them. I feel like you're moving to a more open-minded community, and it's about to be some sort of a new chapter for you here. And I think it's going to be a very lucrative chapter, because we do have the Fool looking over at the Ace of Pentacles. What is the good stuff that's coming to you this month, Aries? What's the good stuff? Tell me about the good stuff for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries, if you are interested in a private read, please look down below in the comments. I've pinned a comment to the top, and that's all the information that you need in order to get a private read with me. All right, so we got the Knight of Swords here. The good stuff coming is some sort of a message. You're going to get some clarity on something, but I feel like it's going to be thrown at you all at once. So you're going to have to sort it out. I feel like it's either one really big thing or a bunch of little things that are being thrown at you that are going to give you, you're going to have a clear message coming to you, I feel. But I also feel like it comes at you rapid fire. I feel like this is about to be a really busy month for you here, and you need to have patience to make sure that it all works out the way that it should. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is good, right? Pentacles are slow, solid, grounded, dependable. And I feel like the Six of Pentacles is telling me that you do already have maybe some friends, or maybe people that you deal with in the pentacle world, people that you do have reciprocal energy with, I want to say. The Tower is here. So there are some changes coming, right? It does feel like there's some changes that are coming possibly to your finances, but maybe also a friend group. This is about charity as well. It's about, reciprocal energy, right? Yeah, I give it to you, you give it to me. And I'm not saying you always have to have that, but it's a realization of reciprocal energy. You might be realizing that there are some people who are silent with you, some people who don't really give you the time of day unless they really want something from you. Charity, perhaps, right? Because the person for the Six of Pentacles is usually engaged in some sort of charitable work. So let's take a look at the love deck here, Lover's Oracle, and we will look at the end of this read here. We will talk more about love if that's what your interest is today. This is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed. This is very important. Healed this very moment. It says, let me try that again. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Now look, this is from the Lover's deck, but listen, love can be anything. Love can be platonic, love can be romantic, love can be in a friendship, can be a member of the family, right? So I feel like you're trying to heal some sort of a love relationship. And so we'll talk about that a little bit more. Bottom of the deck, we have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow in its guidance. All right. Let's take a look here. Tell me about community. What does Aries need to know about this community? It feels like if you're not moving anywhere, it feels like your community is about to transform, and it might be the place where you live. Like maybe you're getting new neighbors, but it feels like with all these butterflies here and they're going down the path, it feels like that there is something that is about to change here significantly, like transform, and it's about to get brighter, or you're about to see it from a position where you never really saw it from before. I want to say that the rainbow is diverse, right? The rainbow is diverse, and it is a natural occurring miracle of nature, really. And so I feel like you are going to find a new community. I feel like you're going to invest in, that you're going to, I feel like if you have a person, if you are a person who's transformed, I feel like this community might be the new community that you go to. Tell me about community, please. What do we need to know? We do have the Two of the Two of Wands. Yeah, and it looks like you are sort of in a preparatory state. This person is at the top of the castle, got the world in their hands. They're preparing to go on some sort of an adventure. Maybe they're going to travel, maybe they're going to move. But this person here is sort of surveying the land and looking out there and saying, what do I want? Because where I am right now is not where I want to be. Now I'm being presented with some sort of a choice. And it feels like you need to prepare for some sort of an adventure with a new community. Tell me more about this. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Judgment card. You've made a decision that you were maybe engaging with people who might have not been in your vibration. Look, a lot of people like to refer to it as a lower or a higher vibration. You can do that if you want to. I tend to look at it as frequencies. I feel like when we're in AM, we can't listen to FM. Right? We're on totally different frequencies, right? It even is like that, with people who, truckers, right? Who have to turn to a certain station in order to hear each other. So it feels like it's like people who are on a different frequency from you that you do not resonate with anymore. So you're about to make a really big decision about the Seven of Swords. You're about to make a decision about people that you can't resonate with anymore. People who maybe aren't telling you the whole truth, keeping concealed things from you, not being honest with you. And I feel like you feel that these people are not being honest with you. The reason that you see them now and you didn't see them before is because of these butterflies, because you have transformed here. And I think like you've gone through a really hard situation, because it's not a fun life for the butterfly. They only live for 6 weeks, and most of that time is spent in being the caterpillar, right? And so who's to say if they even get to the chrysalis, right? It's a very short life for the caterpillar. And once they come out of the chrysalis, they only end up living for another 2 weeks. So I want to say that you realize that time is of the essence. And so it's time to change. But I feel like you're looking for a community that resonates with you a little more, that maybe you just don't trust the community that you were with prior to this. And that's why you're making preparations to either move away from the community or move away altogether, like maybe in the Pentacle world, right? Move your house, your home. But it's a big decision that you're making to burn something down so you can resurrect it all over again, right? So you can do something new with your time. We do have the Seven of Swords. We have the, Seven of Wands, King of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. This is exactly what I was talking about. It does feel like you're ready to cut out people who have maybe that you don't trust, people who have hurt you before, people who have, I feel like people who you've stopped speaking with, people that you no longer have time for. I want to say that what you have time for now is people who are going to be honest and not be in betrayal, right? I want to say that people did things behind your back, or you might find this out this month, that everybody who you think is your friend not always your friend. It feels almost like this King of Swords here is like people have been doing things behind your back, betraying you behind your back. And I think the realization is you got to set some verbal boundaries, right? You've really got to set some verbal boundaries in order for you to have some happiness. I want to say, I'm going to say be patient with it, because I feel like doing it all at once is probably going to cause you more hurt than anything. But the King of Swords is always invested in justice. And so I feel like, unfortunately, with the Seven of Swords here and the King of Swords here, that you're about to find out that not everybody you think is with you, some of those people are against you. They've been talking behind your back, betraying you behind your back. And I feel, unfortunately, this is something that you're going to learn this month. That's what's going to cause your transformation. So although this is a terrible place to be, you have to put up boundaries to keep people out here. I feel like although that might be a terrible place to be. I want to say transformation is hard once you're in the chrysalis and everything is melting and regrouping itself. Being in the chrysalis is not fun, but once you emerge as the butterfly, I feel like you now are invested in justice and truth and honesty and transparency and just being honest with people. Like, look, I've got my boundaries up and I don't really want to be friends with you anymore. I don't think we resonate with each other anymore. I feel like you're just going to be really honest and truthful. All right. Let's find out what your big decisions you're making this month, because I feel like they are around your pentacle world. Whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, it's the beginning of something really great that's going to change your life. It's going to take you on a new path here. What is this decision that needs to be made here? We do have the Lovers. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. So I feel as though with this Page of Pentacles that this is something I feel that you're investing in. So I feel like for some of you, you will be investing in making some sort of decision about how to get some mental stability. The Four of Swords, of course, is a place where we go to heal, right? Maybe we don't really tell people about it. Maybe we don't really talk to people about it. But the Four of Swords is a place where maybe you're not really communicating with people. Maybe it's just sort of touch and go, like a little bit here, a little bit there. But I feel like you're not really telling people about the decision that you're making that is best for you. We do have the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, which again is 7, which came up here. So I feel like you possibly are making some sort of an investment in yourself and saying, look, the Lovers is here. I need to make a choice about who I love. Do I love them more? The people who are being unjust, the people who are lying to me, or do I love myself more? And the disappointing conclusion you come up with is the Seven of Swords. I feel that you have to make a decision because not everybody in your life wants to see you do good. Tell me what else we need to know about the Ace of Pentacles here, because I feel like wherever you're going, however your life is going to change because of this big decision that you're making to love yourself more than you love the people who were around you. And the thing is when you come to this place in your life, and we all do at some point, some earlier than others, some later than others, but we do realize that not everybody that's in our life is there for the purpose of seeing us happy. Some people are there to use us, talk about us, be envious of us, right? That's what it feels like here. I feel like you're about to invest somewhere that your friends who you had before you have this transformation, this new community, they're not going to be in favor of it, and you don't care because you're the King of Swords. And I know that you're a fire sign, but it feels to me like you're coming up bossed up as the King of Swords. That is Aries, or sorry, not Aries, but Aquarius energy. And that's also Libra and Gemini because we're in a general reading. But that Aquarius energy is, look, it is what it is. I'm telling you right now, I'm setting a boundary with you, a verbal boundary with you. Don't come at me. Don't try me. Like, that's what it feels like. So, more decisions about the Ace of Pentacles, please. We do have the Magician, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. All right, so we do have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. That tells me that your finances are about to be off the hook, my friend. So whatever you're doing, maybe you're a business owner, maybe you're someone who's working for someone else, but if you are, you're working in a high capacity. So you're an actuary or an accountant. Maybe you work at a bank, maybe you manage a business, but if it's not your own business, some of you it will be that you are an entrepreneur, but the Wheel of Fortune is here. And I love that because it is change. What's changing is your finances, and it's changing in a positive way because it's a fortunate way, right? It's taken a long time to get here. It feels like it's taken a long time for things to really start to flourish in your business or the place where you work, or maybe this tells me that you're going to get some sort of a promotion or that you're going to get a raise, something like that. But it feels like you've manifested it. I want to say that you have all the tools that you need, and people realize that you're the person who is a subject matter expert that they can go to because you're a person who goes over the details. You're solid and sturdy. People can trust you. And it feels like you're about to be blessed with a lot of money or a lot of abundance, whatever it is in your pentacle world, a new car, maybe a new house. Again, it goes along with this moving theme for some of you. And the Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. You're about to get some clarity through a conversation that's coming up. Somebody is about to be really clear with you about what their expectations are of you. Tell me about this new path that Aries is going to take in June, please. Why is the Fool here? We do have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you're about to be honest with not only other people, but really being honest with yourself. The High Priestess tells me that you might have some Piscean energy, maybe you have some psychic intuition. Look, we all have intuition, we all have psychic stuff. And whether you recognize it or not is totally up to you. But in order to recognize it, you have to trust yourself. And I feel like this is the trust. You start to trust that you're making good decisions, that you're being very assertive, you're being kind to people, but you're being very honest. I feel like you're about to meet somebody who is very much like that in this new community. That's what it feels like. So whether this community is down the street or in the next state or across the world, it doesn't matter to me. It feels like there is a new community here. So the new path is bringing the energy of the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess. This is really beautiful energy to me because it's a kind of energy where I'm going to be very honest and truthful and assertive with you, but I'm going to do it for your best benefit because I can see things that you can't see. I can feel things that you can't feel. So these two energies, for me, it's like the High Priestess has got the back of the Queen of Swords, and I want to say whether you're feminine or masculine, right? There's a woman on this card, but please understand we're reading energies here and not body parts. So I feel like you're going to be embarking on a path here where you are now listening to your intuition. You trust the self because this is confidence, building it from nothing, building it up to here, being by yourself, making good decisions and telling other people about it when they ask. So I feel like you are embarking on some sort of a new path this month. And I feel like that path has to do with some sort of the way people see you as a communicator. And they see you as honest and truthful, approachable, but somebody they know they're always going to get the honest truth from. Tell me more about this new chapter that Aries will be engaging on in June. We do have the World card. I feel like in June you were ending something. So I don't know what that is for you. Take it as it resonates. But for some of you, it might be a relationship. There might be communication coming in or things might be moving a little quicker. For some of you, what you are bringing something to an end. You're having a major ending. So again, it brings me back to some of you might be selling a house or buying a house in a very different space or place than you used to be in before. I feel like big decisions are being made this month, and the thing that you are very focused on, I feel, is closing some sort of a really big chapter because things are about to move forward for you in a very fortunate way, and I think you already feel it with this High Priestess energy here. So it does feel like with this World card that you're about to accomplish something big. You're about to close the door on a chapter that you've been approaching really slowly for a very long time. This is all the fixed energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. You could have any of those signs in your chart, or maybe you're dealing with somebody with those signs. But I feel like what happens after the closing, because the World card is the last card in the Major Arcana series. There's 21 of those cards, and that is the life path, right? We go from the beginning, which is the Fool, to the end, which is the World card. We do have the Fool under here, don't forget, right? So you go from the beginning to the end, you close a chapter, and then what happens? You communicate with somebody who you haven't spoken with in a really long time. Someone that you have really good memories with, that you do have a lot of nostalgia with. I feel like you are going to communicate with this person. They could be a water sign. They don't have to be. But I feel like this is why this Knight of Swords is here, about the good stuff here. Because it feels like once we close the chapter, the old chapter of feeling in lack, feeling on the outside looking in, feeling like I can't do it by myself or don't want to do it by myself, we do have the Six of Pentacles. We move from the Five of Pentacles to the Six. We now add one pentacle, which is the Page, right? Or the Ace of Pentacles, which is under here, the Ace of Pentacles. We add the one pentacle, we go from the 5 to the 6. You go from being on the outside looking in to getting a lot of reciprocity. So that brings us to the good stuff, right? What is coming up in the month? That is the good stuff for you, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. What is the good stuff that is charging at Aries in the month of June, please? We have the Ace of Wands. There you, Aries. We have the Ace of Wands, a very brand new, exciting, fiery, passionate path. I love it. So there is a lot of excitement that is going to be stirred up this month here for you. You're about to charge into some sort of brand new open path that you that already is budding. I feel like it's already there. You just need to see it, right? Everything that we need is already in our face. We just have to realize that it's there. And I feel like you realize that it's there. We do have the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Wands in the reverse. So I want to say that you're not going to make any risky moves here. I feel like you're not going to do anything without thinking it out first, Aries, but I feel like there is some sort of a really exciting new path where you are getting reciprocity from someone who I feel wants to take it slow, someone who is not really flirting with you. Maybe you want to flirt with them, but they're not flirting with you. I feel like somebody here is going to say a lot of things. And I feel like there has to be a conversation that happens first. This is Gemini energy with the Knight of Swords, and it tells me that there is it feels like we're racing in on conversation. We're racing, like you just can't wait to close this chapter, whatever it is, in order to begin the new chapter, which is the Ace of Wands. You're very excited to give somebody reciprocity, but you're trying not to show it. Page of Wands. You're trying not to act like somebody who is this is a child, right? So it's like I'm thinking about childlike passion, childlike love, excitement, like really excited to give somebody reciprocity here. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Tell me more about the good stuff. We've got the Three of Wands, we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Three of Cups. So I feel like you will be reuniting with someone here that you probably had some words with, or maybe there was a conflict during a discussion, possibly a conflict, maybe a disagreement or a battle, maybe egos clashed, or maybe we weren't on the same page. It feels like there was fundamental differences, things that we felt like we couldn't overcome. I feel like you're going to reunite with that person, because I feel like with the Three of Wands, you've decided to leave it behind. You've decided to leave behind whatever it was that was the hard conversation that we had. I feel like you are no longer waiting for the ships to come in, that you've decided that you're going out to actually open up a conversation with somebody here about why we threw our swords down and walked away. You're about to get some balance and some karmic clearance here. It feels like there's karmic justice coming here, and it's going to cause peace. She's making the sign for peace at her chest, right? And so there's going to be some peace here finally. So we're going to go here, which is very interesting because we do have healing. I feel like you are healing something with someone that you may have feelings for, someone that you're giving reciprocity to, because there's been a realization that this High Priestess is somebody, or maybe you've had this energy of, maybe this is a realization in your intuition that it's time to speak to this person. Look at this. I can't even look at this. We do have a soulmate connection here. So I feel like whether or not you have Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, it doesn't matter. I feel like you two know money. You are both entrepreneurs, or you're both working really hard. These are two people that know how to build a financial empire. And I feel like you two have had each other blocked for a while. So I feel like you have decided that you are closing a chapter, and once the chapter is closed, it's a realization, I really got to give this person reciprocity. It's coming up here too. The Six of Pentacles is here. So I feel like you're ready to heal some sort of relationship. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. I feel like you are very connected emotionally, or in a love sort of capacity, to this person that you want to heal with. And we have feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Tell me more about this, please. Tell me more about the healing that will take place. I feel like you know that this person is your soulmate, and I feel like it's time for you to take action here. Tell me about the healing. Tell me about the healing, please, for Aries. We do have... we have transformation. I like it. So we're transforming the hardship, the conversation that was hard, that we ended up walking away from. It's time for a reunion. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. What else do we have, please? What else do we have? We have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you're going to go in easy. I want to say that maybe you're not going to let them know right away that you have a lot of big feelings for them, but I feel like your feelings are big. It feels like your intention is opening this path of passion here. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to invest in something. And we have the Ace of Cups, which tells me that there is a new path opening up. The Knight of Swords being in the reverse is like, I'm not going to bring it up right away. First, I'm going to get reciprocity, because I've had this realization in my intuition, or my psychic intuition, that we are supposed to be together, that we are the same, that we are mirroring each other. It's time for us to speak after the Five of Swords, right? The Five of Swords, which is here. All right. So we do have the Five of Cups. So somebody has decided, I'm no longer going to feel regretful or sad about the situation. I'm going to go in there and heal it. So I'm just going to leave this right here. It feels like you need to have patience for this whole thing to unfold, but I feel like you will know when it's time, because the Wheel of Fortune is here, divine timing, fated moments, and things are moving forward because you've decided to change. I really love it here. So we do have you putting down these burdens. It's going to take some time. Have some patience with it. I'm going to go for now, Aries. Thank you so much for watching, and it looks like an exciting month for you. I'm going to go for now. Aries, take care. Happy June. Bye-bye.